I have Asperger's syndrome, and I found out about it in 2018. Finally, I figured out all the reasons why I was such a little different. And it was a huge relief for me, and I cannot explain enough about the feeling that I had when I finally discovered my Asperger's, that all the reasons why I was like this and that. Finally, I had answers. There are tons of things I can talk about it, for hours, but the reason why I make this video today is not to talk about my Asperger's discovery. I know all the reasons, I know all the stuff like the terminology of Asperger's syndrome is no longer listed in DSM since 2013. So now it's just classified as autism spectrum disorder. In my opinion, though, that happened due to the complexity of autism spectrum when it comes to, diagnose people on the spectrum, especially, when they try to figure if this person is actually having high functioning or Asperger's. Because even though there are differences between Asperger's and high functioning, it really is hard to tell that person is having high functioning or Asperger's. Even I tried, but it really is very tough job to, just say like, you have high functioning or Asperger's, unless you spend a lot of times with the person. Maybe those people who work in the medical science world, maybe they felt the same as me, so they decide to remove all those functioning labels and just put all those autistic people in the same box and just call it, let's just, this is headache, so let's just call them just autistic. Let's just call it autism spectrum disorder, to make it easier. Maybe that happened. I will never stop calling myself Aspie though. No matter how much those nonsense social justice warriors throw around. It's because Asperger's terminology actually explains my autism better than autism spectrum disorder. There are really huge different traits and characteristics between Asperger's and those non-verbal autism. Thanks to Hans Asperger's discovery, I am thankful for his helping folks like me be recognized on the autism spectrum, be able to appreciate and value the differences between myself and my family members who struggle with nonverbal autism. I don't care, what Hans Asperger's purpose of his study. I don't really care even if he was a serial killer or jerk, whoever he was. But I respect his work, and I think his work is worth to keep. And I see how autism manifested differently by monitoring myself and my family members who struggle with severe autism, the non-verbal ones. And I am not afraid of telling the truth, and telling the truth doesn't mean I don't care my family members. I just see the fact and I want to tell the truth. I do not ignore the fact that there are differences between people who have Asperger's and people have severe autism. And I cannot pretend we all are equally autistic either. Autism is not about human equality. I am not saying people who have Asperger is more important or superior, and I'm not afraid of telling the truth. There are people who have the severe autism really do exist, who don't speak what they want, how they feel, and the people have difficulty for independent living. There are those people who are like the guy in the movie Rain Man really does exist. And people like myself having Aspergers who feel autism is like superpower and different ability does exist. For it's impossible for any autistic person or a certain group to represent autism. Yes, we are actually autistic, but none of them represent autism or most autistic others or those children with autism, the non-verbal ones, the ones who are not capable for independent living. We should not exclude them, non-verbal autistic people. We should not pretend every individuals on autism spectrum are equally autistic. That's just a lie. Every single individual on autism spectrum is different, and we do have different needs, and we do need different support. And I think the terminology of Asperger's really does explain my autism better than autism spectrum disorder. Thank you for watching.